Welcome back to another episode of TVGP's We Roguelike It, the show we play every roguelike in history. I'm here as Boston. Joining me as always is Moonpear.
Did I ever mention how much I hate you?
You've once or twice. Couple
Okay.
times. We're here for week 2 of Crown Trick. Crown Trick. How'd your week?
Cloud content.
I know. How'd your week with the crown go this week?
It went pretty well. I did a couple of good runs. I beat the boss on floor 6 or 7, I think.
Wow, nice.
So I legit pretty sure I got up to the last boss, and then promptly got stomped.
Oh boy.
But we were playing a different game this week, and I dropped a bombshell on you in the middle of while we were playing a different game together.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, this game has secret rooms.
Yeah, we were playing a little bit of Destiny 2 here, and Moon dropped this secret room bombshell on me, which... How do you discover the secret rooms?
So I only discovered it because at the bottom of the upper walls, it's got like a little thing that sticks out onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 5 pixels wide, like this little basically like carryover from the wall art. And
Sure.
on one room, it went right the way across and then stopped with a gap in the middle. And I was like, really? Really?
Interesting.
Really? Is this about to happen? And
right.
then,
are you going to do this to me?
And then I shot the wall. The wall opened up, and it's like, you found a secret room. I was like, crap.
Son of a...
It's full of gold, like a lot of gold, like bags of 50 and 60 golds, and then usually it's got a chest with a relic or a weapon core in it.
Wow.
Which is fantastic. And then I promptly found like 6 more.
Oh no.
Come on, why? No.
So does there seem to be 1 or 2 per floor?
I think there might be 1 a floor or every other floor, because there's sometimes I couldn't find one.
Okay.
But it seems to be pretty random. Like, I don't know the Isaac rules so far, we'll say.
Right.
Interesting.
Interesting.
But yeah, so the game has secret rooms, which gives you a bunch of gold, which is fantastic. Here is a pro tip. If you have a weapon that gives you a buff when you do things, never accidentally drop that weapon, because it will get rid of the buff.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So if you like build up to some sort of buff, if you drop the weapon, you lose the buff at the same time?
Yes. So
makes sense.
I found a gacha machine.
Yes. Oh man, gacha machine's real good.
So I found one, and on like my second spin, I got the purple drop.
Nice.
Which in this case, for me, it was a pair of gauntlets that every time you spend 100 gold or 50 gold, it gives you +1 P defense and S defense.
Wow. Okay. That's pretty good.
That's a bit insane.
Yeah, I like that one.
So I was using those gauntlets and getting used to gauntlets and enjoying those gauntlets, and I was up to +26 defense.
Sheesh.
And then I accidentally hit X on a weapon, picked up that weapon, dropped the gauntlets, and lost the buff.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, once it happens, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. That way you don't go through the game cheesing it, but that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah. It's annoying.
Yeah. I also have not seen that buff before, so I'm gonna keep an eye out for that one, because
well, it was a purple drop from the gacha machine, dude. So,
yeah.
who knows?
I've had some purple and some orange weapons, and they've all had pretty good buffs on them. I had one rifle that was orange that did double damage if the shot passed through another enemy. So like the first person, it would do like 2 damage, next one it would do 4, next one would do 8. So if you kind of lined up a bunch of people, it started taking out some stuff pretty quickly. Um, but
That's a hell of a powerful like
yeah,
buff.
there's some cool stuff in this game. Like I every time I unlock a new weapon, it's always like, oh, there's like 2 or 3 new weapon types I unlocked, and they're all kind of neat. Like the big axes that swing all the way around you, like that's kind of a cool thing. The gauntlets are neat. I haven't picked up any of
Mhm.
the tiny little daggers, the ones that only attack in the square right in front of you. I haven't picked up any of those
I
yet.
haven't picked any of those up yet.
Because I feel like every time I go to pick one of those up, it's like, here's a rifle, or here's these tiny daggers that don't do anything. It's like,
You pick the rifle
yeah, and I'm like, I'm
every
not
time.
gonna, unless the daggers are like blue or purple or orange and have some really overpowered thing. I'm not, that's not the build I'm going for right now.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, if I see a rifle, I get the rifle.
Yep. Spear is the same way, wands are the same way. Like you get that really great range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get.
I my week was largely the same. I keep getting to the third boss, so that's the 5th floor, and I'm usually in a really bad spot by that point, and I give it the old college try, and I get close, and I just can't seal the deal. Um, there's one boss on, I think it's either floor 3 or floor 5 that continues to be an issue for me, and that's she looks like a siren, and she's throwing magic at you from pretty far away.
Yep.
That one's real rough. That's a real tough boss.
I think
Um,
there's also like 5 different variations of them where they all have different magic types,
oh
which
god,
is a little bit annoying if I'm completely honest.
yeah, because I think on floor 3 I fought the siren boss. I fought some sort of robot that actually wasn't that hard. It seemed pretty
Hmm.
intimidating, but it wasn't that bad. And the one that I still haven't figured out how to beat is like the mad scientist guy who you're killing stuff around him to pick up.
He's got the shield.
Yeah, he has the shield, and you're like killing people to pick up like a remote thing, and you can pick
Uh-huh.
up like 5 or so of them. And I was trying to figure out how to take down a shield, and I got killed.
So for that, here's something the game doesn't teach you, which is kind of handy. If you hold the right bumper, you pull up your item wheel.
Yeah, your like consumable item wheel.
Yeah, and then you need to select it and you like stand right next to him and drop her on the floor, and that will take down his shield and stun him.
Ah, okay, okay, interesting. I feel like I was poking and prodding around, and I just never got close enough to him to try and use the item next to him, because it is
Hmm.
very clearly like, pick up this thing. This thing does something to the boss, and I was like, yes, but how? How do I, tell me how to do the thing? Um, so interesting. But yeah, I feel like the thing that made me feel better this week is, a lot of times in the show we make really good progress the first week, and then the second week is I keep dying in the second room. But I think
Yeah.
both of us are thankfully kind of still at the same level we were, or progressed a little bit. And I think for me this isn't a negative for Crown Trick, but it's a little bit easier than I was expecting. Um, with most of these turn-based kind of traditional roguelikes, um, I always think of um oh, the one where they're wearing the grass hat. I don't remember. It's super famous. Um, but I always think of those where it's sort of like, you need to take a turn, and then you need to sit there and map the whole thing out like a chess game, and then take one more
Hmm.
turn and then map the whole thing out. Like it's a lot slower, and it's a lot more sort of punishing in a fair way. And this game feels like we were talking about last week with the blink, and like the healing potions and stuff that you kind of have immediately. It feels really solid. Um, and I forgot The one upgrade I got this past week was you get a better rarity chest at the beginning of a run depending on how many bosses you beat on the previous run.
Yep, I got that. I unlocked that person as well.
Right. The Taylor, I think is her name.
Possibly. I actually unlocked
Yeah.
like 3 more people.
Oh, do you have all
Um,
5 people now?
I think I'm missing one, maybe. I
Okay.
have the armorer. I have.
I don't
Actually,
think
no,
I
I might
have.
have all 5.
Yeah, I don't think I have the
Um,
armorer yet. I'm missing 2 of them.
I've got yeah. So the armor is fun because you can reforge perks on your weapon.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So let's say you get and you can buy additional perks to occur as well. So, like, let's say when you pick up a weapon, it's got one perk that you just don't care about. When you go to like the floor between floors,
Mm-hmm.
it will let you re-roll one of your perks on your weapon. So it
Wow.
gives you the chance to do it that way as well.
Mm.
It's kind of
That-
cool. I did also
yeah.
get the chest lady. I think I got the potion person. I think I got somebody else, the grandma maybe.
Yeah, the grandma's in like the upper right-hand corner. I can never remember what she does. Um,
No, me neither.
yeah. I remember every time I look at her, I'm always like, "Oh yeah, that's really powerful stuff. That's good stuff." And then I immediately forget. Sorry, grandma. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but I think that's all that I did this week. It's largely a lot of like things are still going well. I'm
Mhm.
still having fun. I'm still looking forward to playing this. I didn't put as much time into it this week as I wanted to, but still having fun. Still having a good time.
Yeah, I'm still enjoying this game a lot. Like it's surprisingly fun to sit down and play. I still stupidly play it like an action game,
I do sometimes too. Yeah.
and it's like I don't pay attention to my health. I don't pay attention to stuff like that, and
Yep.
then I die in stupid ways because rather than just standing still,
Yep.
thinking, blinking to a different location and using my potion,
Mm-hmm.
instead I just I keep wheeling away and hoping
Yeah.
that I'm gonna out DPS somebody, and it's just like why?
Yep. Why am I like this? Yeah, I do
Uh
that
huh.
too. I keep trying to tell myself like you just slow down. Just slow down a little bit. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. On that note, thank you everyone for listening. We'll see you all next run. Bye.
Boy.